Hi everyone. Today's lesson is about using percentages to calculate GST. GST stands for the Goods and Services Tax. It's a tax which, when we buy products or when we pay for services like a taxi ride or going to a concert, then part of the price is given away to the government as taxation. So let's begin with our first example here. We have a packet of potato chips costs $1.84, and this is before GST. First, we have to find the GST charged. So GST in Australia is at 10%. So we need 10% of, which means multiply, $1.84. As we've seen before, we change 10% to the fraction 10 over 100. Now we could use the calculator, or in this case, you can see that 10 goes into itself once and 10 divides into 100 10 times. Effectively, we're dividing by 10. So the decimal point will move one place only. So it will become 184. Now, it's not sensible to have a fraction of a cent. So that 4 there would round down and it would be 18 cents worth of GST. That's how much goods and services tax there will be. Then we have to find the total price that the customer pays. So the price paid is the original $1.84, which the shopkeeper would keep. The shopkeeper will add 18 cents to the price, and that 18 cents gets sent to the federal government. Now, when we add these together, 8 and 4 is 2, 12, carry the 1, then 8 and 1 and 1 is 10, carry the 1, and we would have $2.02. Now, depending on the shopkeeper, they round to the nearest 5 cents. We no longer have 1 and 2 cent coins. If it was an EFTPOS transaction, it would be exactly $2.02 if it was EFT. If it was a cash transaction, it would, depends on the shopkeeper. Some would round it down to $2, but most often a shopkeeper doesn't want to be going backwards. So the shopkeeper always rounds up because the shopkeeper isn't not running a charity, they're running a business. They need to collect at least $2.02 so they can give the 18 cents to the government and keep their $1.84. They're not going to go down, otherwise they're going backwards and their profits will suffer. So they would charge $2.05 for a cash transaction, $2.02 if it was electronic, because electronic can be to the nearest cent. So that's the first one. Next example. A plumber's hourly charge includes GST. That is important. She works for 5 hours and the total bill was $580. What was the hourly price? So first thing we'll do is work out the hourly rate. So $580 divided by 5 hours. Now, I'll use my calculator for this one. So we have $580 divided by 5. We have $116 per hour. That's the hourly rate for the plumber. Now that includes the GST. We have to work out the hourly price before the GST. So let's remember, GST is 10%, isn't it? Now, we add that 10% on. So effectively, the price is multiplied by 110%. That's the pre-GST price. I'll write pre-GST price is multiplied by 110% to get the actual price that the customer pays. So We don't know the pre-GST price. We know how much the customer actually pays is $116 per hour. We want to know the pre-GST price. That's what we're trying to find. Now, I'll change my 110% to be 110 over 100 as a fraction. So my pre-GST price dividing by 100 would make that 1.1. And to find my answer, I divide by 1.1. The opposite of multiply by 1.1 is to divide by 1.1. Let's use the calculator. So I still have the answer there. We divide by 1.1. We get $105, 45.4. So that is $105.45. That is how much the plumber charges per hour before GST. If we were to then add 10% of that $105 on, it comes up to the total of $116, which is the amount the customer has to pay. That's enough for this one. Thanks for watching.